Hey everybody, Jim Cummings here. Welcome to my podcast, Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. We have a great guest for you today. But before we get to that, make sure you like and subscribe. Our podcast has partnered with the largest Comic-Con in North America, Fan Expo, the Juggernaut. We're touring all over North America live, so get your tickets and come be a part of the live audience. It'll be fun. Go to fanexpohq.com for the tickets. We'll see you in a city near you, or a little bit away, but you can drive. And with all that said and done, sit back and enjoy today's episode. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Toon'd In with Jim Cummings.
Do you ever, so when I was in college, I did a lot of stage plays and everything, and sometimes, it gets so repetitive that you kind of play like games within the show, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of do something a little bit different to kind of mess with your co-stars and trying to get an authentic reaction, almost like, just to keep yourself entertained. Do you feel like you do that with your characters?
Yeah, I do. I do. Because I'm a notorious, for whatever it's worth, ad-libber. And, the line, my joke is that I'll do something as written, and then I'll do it the line as it should have been. And the writers love you for that. But the fact is, though, if it works and and the producers buy it and they think, oh, yeah, leave that in. And the writers go, yeah, I wrote that. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're right. I should get an award, And so it's kind of crazy.
Well, I know you've mentioned before, I forget which magazine it was, but it was talking about the top 10 Hondo Onaka quotes. And
Vanity Fair.
Can you expand on that? Yes, Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
I love this story.
Are you guys hip to Star Wars, and have you ever heard of that? I don't know.
You got to give us a little Hondo. You got to give us a little Hondo.
It was Rebels and Clone Wars, and Hondo Onaka is my fellow there. Oh, by the way, I have good news. I have an investment opportunity for each and every one of you. Just file by. Give me no more than $100, no showing off. And I will invest it for you and get it right back to you eventually, someday, maybe. Okay, maybe not, but you will have a fun time. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'll shut up soon. What was the hell was the question?
The Vanity Fair quotes, the Vanity Fair quotes.
Oh yeah. I was so flattered. This is like 10 years ago. Vanity Fair wrote this thing, and it was called the Top 12 quotes of Hondo Onaka. And one of them was, well, I may not be as young as I once was, but I'm older. And, and for somehow or another, people started glomming onto that. And there were the top 12 Hondo Onaka quotes, and I'm proud to say I made up 10 of them. So there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You have to tell that story.
Yeah,
Are you an improver, Erica? Do you ever get the chance to improv on set?
Not on that set so much, and I would say that it may not be my skill level. It takes something. It takes a level of bravery, courage, talent, maybe that I don't have. But I found, like, in answering your question from before of, like, how do you keep it fresh, I think that life was imitating art sometimes on the show. Like, if you spend enough time with people, the person that you were with them in season 1 is going to be very different than season 10. And so you can kind of keep it fresh that way. And you figure out a vibe with each other, and you can kind of joke around and have fun. But at the end of the day, there's still a level of shyness that I haven't, like, stepped out to do something like that as much.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think that I'm pretty introverted. I do better with, like, deep...
You're introverted?
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 people here.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know how to explain it, but you're not like, I'm not me right now. It's very weird. It's like I have a task and a job, and I'm chatting about something specific. But when I've done any level of making anything up, it's generally for when I was on Saving Hope. And somehow the grounding of, like, really deep emotion was easier for me than comedy. So I don't know.
Interesting. Thank you for that. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that. That leads me to this is kind of jumping topics, but I like asking all of our guests this. And in your career, who has been a person that's really inspired you or that you looked up to? That's it.
That's it. For myself, I met a lady when I was 5, and she was the most spectacular human being I have ever seen in my life. And she wrote plays, and she let me tag along and be her second daughter. And I went to all her plays, and she wrote music, and she traveled all over the world with it. And she's the reason that I act at all. And she just saw this girl that had an insane amount of emotion and didn't know where to put it, and not knowing what to do with. She's passed on now, but her name was Kathy, and she was my hero.
Wow. Same question for you, Jim.
Yeah, well, as far as somebody that
Inspired you, or somebody that you worked with where you're like, wow, that's incredible, and just really admired their craft.
Well, I was such a contrary kid that when I was a kid, that because I've said this before, I knew that I wanted to do what I ended up doing when I was 5. I saw it in the Jack Benny program. Mel Blanc was on there, and my dad goes, "You see this bastard?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, hey, "I'll tell you what. He's the one that does that Bugs Bunny and that Taz and that Daffy Duck that you watch on Saturday morning." And I thought to myself, well, he doesn't have to stand in the corner for being weird. I'll do that. and so I did that, and that's it. Yeah, I mean that was and now I'm Taz, and now I don't have to stand in the corner. But
you know what? I think we all had to stand in the corner at some point.
Yeah,
there's a group of us.
Well, and plus I was from, I don't know about you, I was from Youngstown, Ohio. And you tell people, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to be an actor, and I'm going to do funny voices, and maybe I'll be in a movie and maybe a TV show. And they go, of course you will. Someone take this kid's temperature. He's not well. And because you were supposed to grow up and work in a steel mill and do that for like 20 or 40 years and then retire and lose money on the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And so I did something else, that's all.
Erica, you just got me thinking when you said you're an introvert. I'm actually going through that in my head. And actually, in my life, I've met a lot of introverted actors. One thing that I have an opinion on, that I want to ask you, do you feel like playing a character allows you to kind of express yourself more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the one place that I feel like I can have the emotions, and my emotions that change gears pretty fast, and they can be pretty big. And it's the only place there's no judgment for that.
Yeah.
And otherwise in life, I can be a tornado and an absolute mess, and people are like, I'm sorry, you shifted way too fast, and where are you at, and why are you so intense? And the biggest comment about me my whole life was intensity, and on every report card in school was like, Erica has the potential to be a good leader, but she's unstable. And I was like,
unstable?
Well, guess what? I'm going to take that instability and put it somewhere.
Yeah.
So it works out in that zone, and it really feels great to exercise that emotion.
That was your superpower.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's worked out. So ha-ha to all the teachers that thought I was a psycho.
Boy, that's so true. Good for you.
And that makes me think about you too, Jim. I mean, I wouldn't consider you an introvert. I know you very well.
Yeah.
But it makes me think of the aspect of, we've talked about this before, but when you're asked to do a character or a voice in your own speaking voice, and that kind of freaks you out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're similar in the way that, playing a character allows you to expand and, go places that maybe Jim Cummings wouldn't go. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's like that's like the worst thing. And thank God, because I'll be the mailman or somebody who's delivering something or the shopkeeper, and I'll say, well, what does he sound like? Oh, just use your own voice. What? What the hell's that sound like? And they go, perfect. And so because it just throws you. I think it's nice to have something to hide behind. Because you can't act if there's nothing there. The people that I don't have that ability. I'm just not good enough, damn it. There, I've said it. I hope you're happy. No, but it's just nice to have something to hang your hat on.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? It's like, can I do it as an old prospector? No, your own voice. Oh, fine. And I can get through it now. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I was thinking about this in preparation for this show, and both of you, had, your most popular moments, I would say, I mean, maybe I'm wrong because look at all these people out here right now, but in a time before social media, and social media has not only changed, the entertainment business, but the world itself. And I want to ask you, if your approach to acting or voice acting has changed over that course, if social media has influenced a change in that at all, and if you feel pressured to be a part of social media.
That's a good question. What do you think? I don't know.
I was not part of it for a very long time, and it wasn't until the 5th season of Saving Hope that they said I had to get on Twitter.
Interesting.
And I was like, okay.
Like contractually, like you have to?
Yeah, they're like, you've got
No
to. And
kidding.
now if you go to if you sign any contract now, they'll be like, what are your handles? What is your social media account? And that sort of thing. And I stayed away from it for a very long time, mainly because I don't have the imagination really to think of myself as a third person or to assume that somebody wants. I'm always surprised when they're like, you should just post a reel about something you're doing. I'm like, why? Nobody's going to be interested in this. Right. But I'm trying to take a different tact, which is, try to be flexible, try to see how you can use this as something positive, maybe a message you can put out. Is there something you want to say in the world? Is there something you want to do with it to counteract some of the negativity? But I certainly love the time of life where I could just go and act, and then the studio would take care of all the publicity, and you'd go to the circuit, and that was easier for my comfort level. But I would say if I focused on the positive side of things, it's really brought a lot of people together. And if you use it as a tool where you can find your community, then I think it's a really great thing. But it's also, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
So you have to really think about it.
Yeah, and I'm not good at it. Sorry. I'll post about doing something here or there, and somebody goes, okay, whatever. But as long as people get a kick out of it, it's almost like a bit of a, necessary evil nowadays.
And I think social media and the internet in general has really changed voice acting even more than acting, I think, because, when you were doing it, back when you started, there was a very small circle of voice actors. Not a lot of people even understood what a voice actor was,
that's true.
And now, you can audition from the other side of the world, and all these people have so many different voices and characters and everything like that. Do you feel like it makes it more accepting? Do you think it's more open now than it was? Or do you think that it's harder because there's so much more competition?
Well, that's a good question. The way I see it is, I think if you're good though, they're going to make room for you. There's the old what's the expression? There's always room at the top. So get out there and hone your craft and work at it, and then you can use it as it's a tool, isn't it? Social media.
Yeah.
It's very much a tool, and it wasn't there when I was first coming up, but it's there now. And what's kind of nice about it is, I'll do conventions here or there or wherever, and you're in the middle of Kansas, and someone's going, well, I got a job being the third goober on the left in a Kellogg's commercial, whatever, and I think, well, good for you. How'd that happen? Well, I auditioned and I sent it into my agent in New York, and the kid lives in Smallville. So more power to you. It's a tool, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely. So. I completely agree with that. And like any, internet, social media, I feel like exactly, it's a tool, and it can be used for good or bad. It's still somewhat human for now. It's
until we're all under AI.
Yeah, until Skynet takes over.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's a tool, and even, like mentioning AI, I believe that's a tool as well. I don't believe that it's inherently evil or bad for artistry. I think it's a tool that you could use to enhance. I use the example like, filming like a scene of Lord of the Rings, rather than having like 100 artists, rendering, all these orcs running across a battlefield. Who knows, if you're doing like a short film or an independent film, maybe you can use AI for that, something like that to supplement your crafts. I don't agree with, just using it to whatever. And that's just my personal opinion, but we can go down that rabbit hole another day.
True enough.
Erica, oh shoot, what was I just gonna ask you? It was on the tip of my tongue.
We were thinking about AI
What was
and
your
all of us got
favorite
sad.
I know.
I was trying to think of a support group we could all join.
I remember. So obviously being in the world of Superman, were you into comics as a kid growing up? Like, were you a comic reader? Did you have a favorite superhero or anything like that?
I didn't read a lot of comics. I did like Superman and Lois Lane. I watched the movies that were out at the time. And I actually read a lot of Archie. So I did a lot of Archie comics and Betty and Veronica and stuff. And I was like, later I'm like, wait a minute, these archetypes aren't the best. But
So Veronica or Betty?
Oh gosh, well, when I was younger I thought Betty, but now I don't know. Veronica had a spine.
Okay.
She had some boundaries.
Fine.
I think I followed Betty and she had no spine. I was like, Archie sucks. He's a jerk. And she's like, hey, I love you. I'm a good person. So.
Had to ask.
Yeah.
If you could play any superhero, who would it be?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman? That's a great answer. How about you, Jim?
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Oh, nah, he set me up for that. I owe you $5. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Can you give us a little more Darkwing?
Yeah. Well, I am the terror that flaps in the night, the wicked scourge that pecks at your nightmares. I am Darkwing Duck. So there you have it. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Were you a fan of Winnie the Pooh growing up?
Well, I mean, I was young.
Yes.
So I didn't know if I was a fan at the time, but I did like Winnie the Pooh. And actually, my father reminded me of Winnie the Pooh a lot. Bless his heart. And so, yes, I did like it. And it's only now in recent years that, all the memes come up about Winnie the Pooh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is such a good life lesson. There's so many beautiful, beautiful things in there. I actually wish, I mean, it is current and it's here, but my goodness, if I had known at the time that was the kind of programming I was getting as a kid, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's safe.
Yeah, and I know you went through a kind of tough breakup, and you were telling me that, that was kind of, Winnie the Pooh was kind of your comfort in that time.
3 a.m. doom scrolling, and I had to curate my page because it got nasty. And then I clicked on a Winnie the Pooh thing, and then I started crying, and I'm like, oh, Winnie, I get it. And then it was like, that was my feed. And so I don't promote doom scrolling, but let's be honest, we all do it. And if you're going to doom scroll somebody, you should doom scroll Winnie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cried a lot, and that's the first thing I said to Jim. I was like, Jim, I went through a hard time a few years ago, and I cried and cried watching your stuff. It was very therapeutic.
I'm so glad to have helped out. It's so lovely of you to say so.
Thank you. I really do want to cry right now. Don't you? Oh
Yeah,
my God, Winnie.
it's so sweet. Yeah, a lot of people come to the table and and it's funny because I think, with me, I do a character voice and they don't know who the heck I am when I'm talking, but they'll say, well, can you do it now? And I'll say, well, yes, but only for a smackerel of honey. And I look up and they think, how did you just do that? You were just sitting there. And then Winnie, and they think it's because they think, I guess a lot of folks think it's like the studio that does it or the microphone or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's
all you.
Yeah, I guess so. But no tricks.
I'll never get tired of seeing people's faces change. I remember the first time I met you. Yeah. It was for a college project,
yes,
and you were gracious enough to bring me along to one of your recordings. And I remember sitting there, we were having lunch right beforehand. Yeah. And I think you were kind of trying to show off a little bit. And you ordered our food as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. And I remember I was like, oh, and looked at the waitress and she was like, oh. Yeah. And it just it rockets you back to your childhood,
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
really
true.
Just triggers this nerve in your mind where it's just like, oh my God, I'm a child again. And like, it's so easy to forget that we were all kids. I don't know. Do you agree with that? It's like, for some weird reason, like you get into adulthood and, you know, everything's so structured and everything like that. You forget about that like freedom of being a child, and like a little voice or a sound or a song
brings you right back there.
Brings you right back.
True. It's a free trip to being a 5-year-old. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, we have about 5 minutes left. We wanted to do this little skit for you guys.
Oh, here we go.
It's a scene.
It's pretty fun.
It's a scene from Smallville, and here you go. I'm going to give this to you.
Now it's a bit sassy, and now I'm regretting it because I'm being really sassy to Winnie the Pooh. But
Thank you.
forgive me.
Okay. Wait,
So Erica is going to play
Clark.
Lois Lane.
I don't see Pooh anywhere on here.
Jim is going to play
He's gonna.
Clark Kent, but as Winnie the Pooh.
Oh boy. Bring your imagination with you, will you, please?
My goodness.
Oh my goodness is right.
Okay.
Oh, good. You have bigger lines than me.
Whew.
That's
Good thing
that's
we
a
can
good
read
sign.
these together.
Oh my gosh.
There is-
Well, this is what's known as a cold read,
Yeah.
which is a disclaimer up front, which means if I screw something up, it's a cold read. So
pressure.
I don't have that same excuse, but because I was supposed to know these lines at one
Fine.
point. But okay.
So we're back into Smallville, are we?
Okay. Yeah. Do we
Okay.
start now? Okay. Can you say action? I can only do things when people say action.
And action.
I thought you'd be outside Lana's dorm room with your binoculars by now.
I appreciate the concern, but Lana and I are none of your business.
It's so hard to be mean. Oh, come on, Smallville. I've had 3 exes put under military surveillance. I'm hardly qualified to dish out post-relationship tact. But it's time for some tough love. Lana's going to move on.
She already has. With Lex. And he's a woozle.
I know, and it sucks. But you got to trust your gut that you did this for a reason. Whatever reasons guys have for dumping hot, smart, funny girls these days. Look, give her some space, Clark. Your whole Night Stalker routine, that is going to ruin any of the good feelings Lana has for you.
If there are any.
This is crazy. Okay, let's try again. Look, sometimes you got to tuck your feelings away until it's the right time, like stuffing dollars into a piggy bank for a bike you can't quite afford.
Did you say into a piglet bank? Oh my goodness. Except I can't quite imagine there is anyone else out there.
Well, you never know, Clark. Maybe when you finally crack open that piggy bank, you'll find that all this time you haven't been saving for a bike. You've really been saving for a Harley.
Heavy sigh. There are times when I think you don't know me at all, and others where I think you know me better than anybody. Even Christopher. Christopher Judge, not Robin.
Well, that's what I'm here for, Smallville. One save at a time.
And there you have it. Yay.
Give it up. Great job.
Ladies
Great
and
job.
gentlemen.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you both for doing this.
That was a really
great.
good
Thank
idea.
you all for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
And if you're not
folks.
subscribed to the podcast, you better subscribe, watch, listen. It's on YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, all that good stuff. It's everywhere. We really appreciate you guys. Once again, I'm Christopher Judge, Erica Durance, and the legend Jim Cummings.
Hey, thank you,
Thank you.
Erica.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here.